Hey, Frank, just wanted to open with the injury report. Do you have updates on Kuz and anybody else that's in or out?
Yeah, Kyle, Kuz is out again with the calf strain, and Marc Gasol is out with left hamstring tightness. Two of those guys will be out.
Okay, with Mark's hamstring, is that something that's developed the last couple of days, or do you remember when that occurred?
Yeah, this is why he was out last game as well, and he got really tight after the added minutes in the Toronto game. When Trez was ejected after playing only 2 minutes, Mark had a extended role and had some tightness in it afterwards, and it's gotten a little more tight over those last couple of days.
And then, Frank, so Kevin Durant obviously didn't play in the last matchup. James Harden did. What have you seen from Brooklyn? And I know this tiny sample size. He just played 19 minutes last game, but how high is he in the scouting report based on how Brooklyn's been playing lately?
He's right up there at the top. Obviously, Kyrie and KD are two of the best in the game, scoring the basketball, and they're going to draw a lot of attention. And we just got to try to limit them, slow them down as much as possible, and not let the role players get off like they did the last time we played these guys.
All right, David Miniman.
Frank, Dennis was a late scratch last time you guys played the Nets, and I know you'd kind of shared with us you had some designs on seeing what he could do defensively, maybe offensively too, against Kyrie Irving. What's the feeling that you'll have in the night, and are you interested in what can happen out there with them?
Yeah, I'm excited to see it on both sides of the ball. Obviously Dennis's defense, has been a great positive for us this year. Want to see what he can do defensively against him, although it will require a team effort. Slowing down a guy like Kyrie starts on the ball, but our bigs are going to play a major role in what we have to try to do with him as well. And obviously we need, one of the biggest things when you try to slow down a guy like that is you got to make him work on the other end. So, hopefully Dennis can attack him as much as possible as well.
Kyle Goon, please.
First of all, I'm curious how many points you instructed KCP to score tonight. Second, you mentioned Mark, guys' tightness after playing extra minutes with Trez out. Kuz has been playing so many minutes for you throughout the stretch with LeBron and AD. How hard is it to manage, the things that may come with fatigue for some of these guys when you're so short-handed? And is there sort of an extra layer of caution that you go through with the coaching staff or training staff to try and manage some of the fatigue?
You do everything you can, off the court or away from the games, in terms of limited practice time, keeping them off their feet, extra recovery, all those types of things. And then within the game, you want to be as responsible with their minutes as you can be. You don't want anybody to get injured. You don't want anybody to be overextended. We feel like those guys have been within minutes that they can reasonably play. But we've had a couple flare-ups. So, that's part of, asking guys to, play bigger roles than they're used to. And it's just something that we have to compete through.
Dan Wojcicki?
Hey, Frank. Obviously, neither of you guys were whole the first time you met. You guys won't be whole on either team again tonight. For a team that there's a chance that, if you guys get to where you want to be, you would see in the finals. Would there have been things that you would have tried to do, matchups you would have taken a look at, anything like extra when you're playing a team that you think maybe there's a chance you'll see that don't apply now?
Honestly, my mindset is to try to win tonight's game. And it's really not anything more than that. We're not looking down the road, at what potential matchups could be. We got some guys in uniform tonight that are going to go out there and try to get a W, and the whole game plan and strategy is centered around that.
Rachel Nichols?
Hey, Frank. I was just wondering a little bit more about Kuz. Calf strain can end up being a couple games. We've seen it be a couple months. What can you tell us about the severity and sort of what kind of work he is or isn't doing right now?
Yeah, it's mild, but it is concerning enough for the medical team to want to keep him out another game. We were hopeful that he was going to be ready for tonight, but just needs a couple more days. We'll hopefully he plays in the New York game.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And last question, Jovan, please.
Hey, Frank. The Nets had 18 threes against you guys. Where did you see those breakdowns on the film last game, and what do you have to do to kind of correct some of those mistakes?
Yeah, well, 13 of them came from Harris, Shannon, and TLC. So again, part of the plan tonight is to make sure the role players don't get off. And we just had too many breakdowns and some of the basic action. Trying to slow those guys down off the ball, and then obviously you have to bring a lot of double teams, to guys like James Harden and Kyrie Irving, and we weren't able to get to the shooters quick enough when we did that.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thanks, guys.